Hello there. Um, just preparing for my Sunday school lesson for tomorrow and came across some things that I thought would be helpful to somebody today. We're doing, there's a lecture that James Dobson did back in the 1970s, I believe it was, on the causes of breakdown in the marriage relationship. And he talks about depression and different things like that, but he has a list of things that he goes through, and so I'm kind of taking that, breaking it down, and digging a little deeper into those. And the top two things that he talks about that causes a breakdown is low self-esteem and fatigue and time pressure, which leads to exhaustion. So I'm talking this Sunday about the enemies of marriage, and talking about low self-esteem and fatigue in our marriage. And low self-esteem is definitely an enemy, really, of any relationship that you can get into. But I really wanted to focus on fatigue. I feel like this is definitely a problem that we have in our society because we're just continuing to get more busy, it seems like. So a study at the University of Berkeley gave 60 couples a sleep journal for over a week and tasks to complete as a couple. They found that the couples that got more sleep worked better together, excuse me, encouraged each other more, and expressed more gratitude for each other. So just think about applying that to your marriage. The ones that got more sleep and wasn't fatigued or exhausted worked better together, encouraged each other more, and expressed more gratitude for each other. That would be very helpful to any marriage. It talks about those individuals who got less sleep were more likely to prioritize their needs over their partner's needs. And there again, selfishness kicking in, and it had to do with fatigue. Insomniacs were 4 times more likely to suffer relationship problems. Another thing from the statistic from the National Institution of Health, or another study rather, found that losing even 1 hour of sleep can negatively affect your mood, your ability to think properly, and respond quickly. It's funny that respond quickly. I got to thinking about that. That's the reason why I'm losing arguments with my wife, is because I got to get that extra hour in. No, but it affects your mood. It affects your ability to think properly and to respond quickly. We're going to talk on Sunday morning here at 10 a.m. in our class about 6 ways to strengthen your marriage even whenever you're tired. And 6 ways that we can correct some things that we can strengthen our marriage with, to where we won't be fatigued. And even when you are fatigued, things that you can do to help with that. But I want to encourage you here today that in your marriage, try to do what you can to get enough sleep and not to be so fatigued. And you can be fatigued physically, you can be fatigued emotionally, you can be fatigued even mentally or even spiritually. And it's important for us to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves so that we can be 100% and give to our relationships 100%. So I just want to encourage you here today. It takes a little bit of time. It takes some rescheduling. It takes the ability to be able to look at your week and say, if I'm going to wake up this early in the morning, this is going to be my schedule for the morning, which in turn will tell me what time that I need to start my evening schedule at night, so that way I can be in bed and asleep by the time, or with enough time to get my 8 hours or whatever you feel that you require to be able to function 100% that next day. So just want to encourage you, this is an enemy of marriage. Fatigue, exhaustion is an enemy of marriage. Let's recognize that, and let's see what we can do to fix that. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Lighthouse, we'll see you tomorrow.